Hey, this is John Hardison here with you from Epic Academy at East Hall High School. This one goes out to my friend Mrs. White, who wanted me to talk about sharing a spreadsheet with the students. So I've already gone into Google Drive and I've clicked on Create and I've clicked on Spreadsheet, which pulls up this. Notice it's untitled. I'm going to title this Test Spreadsheet, something really creative. So I click on that. Let me just go in and put a few things down, such as I'll put in first name, last name, and right here, blah, blah, blah. Whatever categories you want. Of course, just like Microsoft Excel, you could make these bold, these cells, if you will. You can change your font and colors. You can organize and customize. But just for the sake of this tutorial, let's just look at a few simple categories here. Now, if I want to share this to where everybody can go in and populate it, I want to go over here to Share, click on that. By default, it's set to private, which I can change. So I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to go with anyone with this link. It says anyone who has the link can access, no sign-in required. But please notice right here, I need to change it and go to Can Edit. Once I click Save, I need to grab this link right up here. So I hit Control-C. And since this is such a long URL, after I click Done, I want to go to one of my favorite sites, goo.gl, Google's URL shortener. When I go there, I Control-V or paste it in. I shorten it, and then this is the link I would share with my students. There are a number of ways you can share that, of course, whether it's Twitter or just posting it on the wall on your projector screen. You can just even write it on a dry erase board. Any way you see fit, you get that to them, and they can log in and they can input the data. Now, another way of doing this, the way I prefer, is to create a form. So if we create a form, I choose what I want it to look like after I give it some kind of a name, test form. I click right here on the balloons. That's my template. This is just my editing page. Please realize that. Here's the name. What I'm going to do is do the same categories. What is your first name? And then I'm going to make it a multiple, not a multiple choice, I'm going to make it a text answer here. As you can see, I can do so many variations, but I'm going to ask them to text. I'm going to click Done. My first question is done. I'm going to add an item. I want it to be another text question. And I'm going to say, what is your last name? And then again, I click Done. Just for one more, let's say I want to do something different. How about checkboxes? And click all that apply to you. And I can go down here, and just for fun, I can say, I hate school. I can say, I can teach better than my teacher. And I can say something like, what does this have to do with my life? And so I've created a checkbox question, and then I'm going to click Done. Now it gets a little tricky here. As you can see, I have the third one, I have the second one, and the first one. Please know you can always go here and edit any one of these. I can simply go down here and click and edit, or I can trash it. I also can move them around. But this is where it gets a little tricky because a lot of people don't know where to get the live form at. So this is just your rough draft or your edit. Now I go to View Live Form, goes to another tab. This is the link I want to copy. This is how the actual form will look when the students submit their information. Again, I would go to goo.go and I would insert that long URL, and then I would get a shorter version, and this is the one I would submit or share with the students. So let's pretend that I go back to my edit one here. The only other thing I want you to notice is you need to choose response destination. So I want to make a new spreadsheet that will be titled Test Form, parentheses, responses, and I'm going to create that one. By default, it will always create a spreadsheet that will show you any kind of submissions, and so I'm going to go ahead and click create. All right, nothing happens here, but I'm going to go show you in just a moment. Remember, this is just my rough draft edit. I'm going to go back to the original test form and let's test this out. I'm a student. My name is Justin X Ample, and I hate school. I think I can teach better than my teacher, and what does this have to do with my life? Some things I hear from my students. I click submit, and then I go back to my Google Drive, and I'm going to scroll all the way down and looking for test form responses. There it is, I just passed it. So I'll click right here, and there it is. You can even see the timestamp, you can see the first name, the last name, and of course you can see what was clicked on. Don't forget, you should be able to go to Form, Show Summary of Responses, and also see a lot of the data that has been submitted. I know this is a rather fast tutorial, but again, I'm doing this for one of my friends here, and I hope this helps. Please let me know if I can be of further assistance. I hope all is going well. Thank you.